If you're a live streamer or a content creator and you want to make an upgrade to your work environment, one thing you've probably considered is wrapping your room in acoustic foam. Is acoustic foam worth it? Yeah, it is. Does it really work? Yeah, it does. Is it worth it for me to install it? Yeah, it is. And there you go. You're caught up on everything that you need to know about acoustic foam. Let's be honest here. There are tons and tons of great, awesome videos out there testing the effects of acoustic foam and the benefits that it gives you. And I recommend checking them out. They're all fantastic. But what you don't see are tips and tricks on how the benefits of that acoustic foam can help you out. And that's what I want to cover. So in this video, we're going to go over all the tips and tricks that you need to know about acoustic foam. And lucky for you and for me, a company named Arrowzoom sent me some of their acoustic foam panels to try out and test and find some beneficial tips that I can pass on to all of you out there. So let's take a look at how all these tips are going to benefit live streamers and content creators. Let's go. Hey, it's me, it's Wild coming at you for my stream support playlist where I bring you the best tips and tricks. And if this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow and improve your stream, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and tick that bell so you know when my videos go live for you. And hey, at any point in this video, if you like the products or the service that I'm talking about, did you all a favor? I put links in the show notes below, so make sure you check them out. And just a quick side note here, this is not a sponsored video. Arrowzoom reached out to me and gave me some free panels to test out, so that way I can make some awesome videos like this for you. So thank you, Arrowzoom, for sending me some product. When you first get your acoustic foam, it's gonna come vacuum packed and it's most likely gonna come rolled out. So you need to make sure you let it breathe, but more importantly, you need to let it breathe so the odor leaves the acoustic foam, because you don't wanna hang it in your room and have an odor to it, which sometimes it will. It'll smell like it came from a factory. But to eliminate this, we can do something very simple. Let's make a simple deodorizing solution. Just take a couple teaspoons of baking soda and water and introduce it into the spray bottle and spray it across all of your acoustic foam, front and back. Then we're gonna dunk it into a nice warm bath solution, wring it out, and let it dry. If it's not sunny where you live, you can just do low dry heat with a hairdryer, and when you pull it out, these things won't smell like anything and they'll be ready to hang in your room. This is one of the best tips I can give you. When you get your acoustic foam, most acoustic foams will come with 3M sticky tape. And to be honest, these work generally well for certain surfaces and most jobs. But what I would recommend for your acoustic foam is use something called T-pins. And what this does is basically you just can poke right through on the acoustic foam and it'll go into your drywall and it won't move. It'll stay there. The reason I recommend this is because if you're on a soundstage or a studio or you have anything that's a warm hot light, you know, the glue on the sticky pads will lose its viscosity and eventually these will fall down. So T-pins are a lifesaver for this because they're super easy to install and you can just push them right through. Now, one surface I don't recommend that you use the T-pins on are on doors, which is why these 3M sticky tape pads are excellent for doors because they will adhere to that perfectly. And to roll in for a bonus tip, one thing I do always recommend putting acoustic foam on or even a sound blanket in front of is your door. Your door is gonna be one of the most hardest surface in the room that's gonna reflect sound back quickest. So I always recommend putting some acoustic foam or a sound blanket in front of your door. One tip that seems to get overlooked, and it should be one of the most obvious ones, is wherever you're projecting sound, make sure you have your acoustic sound pads in that general direction, because since your voice will be traveling that way, it'll allow the acoustic padding to absorb most of the sound and not have it reverb back into your microphone, creating not a crisp and clean sound. So make sure you put this whichever way your voice is projecting. A lot of people overlook this because they think their monitors or their lights are gonna stop a lot of the sound. They will to some degree, but this will do it a lot better. If you're like me out there, you most likely stream from a smaller streaming environment, and that's where acoustic foam will really come into a strong play. The smaller the room, the more likely your sound will reflect and refract off of all the different surfaces that are in it. And the closer you bring it in, the more it's gonna bounce off all the walls and create a reverb that's not gonna sound crisp and clear. Hence, the acoustic foam is best suited for small environments. As you get larger in a room, the only thing you really need to be concerned about are with corners, which will lead us into our next tip. If you stream in a larger room and you don't need as much acoustic padding because the sound will fall off before it can get back to your microphone, the one thing that you will need to be concerned about are with corners. Corners are where sound can be trapped and bounce off the most and come back at a stronger sounding frequency. And to stop that, you want to create a bass trap. Now you can buy bass traps directly from Arrowzoom, but you can simply just fold this into the corner and use those T-pins there to make a quick bass trap. This is an awesome one that nobody ever seems to talk about. Most acoustic companies will sell their acoustic foam in two designs. They'll do a ridge design and they'll do a pyramid design. And that's how Arrowzoom sells theirs as well. And when you have these cool geometric shapes, it allows you to do something cool to your streaming room and streaming environment. When you light and cascade light across these geometric shapes, they add really cool lighting effects to your background. Will make your stream pop out even more, hence, which is gonna be awesome because it'll make you more discoverable on the platform. And if you plan on lighting any of these panels here, what I recommend is possibly go for more of a neutral color, perhaps like a white or a gray or a black, because then when you introduce color on top of it from like a Philips Hue or an RGB bulb, you can have all these cool different effects that will keep the true colors going along with it. Now for a cool bonus tip that I never see anybody ever talk about. Now, if you are a console streamer or a PC streamer, or you stream in an environment where you have a fan running because it's very hot within your streaming room, you most likely have some background noise, whether it be like the static electricity noise, the fan running in the background, or just white noise in general. You can create a soundboard to knock down these sounds. Now, if you want to create a cheap and easy DIY sound wall, it's actually really easy to do. Just buy yourself some cheap bookends off of Amazon there, and you can either use cardboard or you can use drywall to attach to this, and then start attaching your acoustic foam to it. And place this as a barricade between the microphone and your console, the microphone and your PC, the microphone and your fan, and you'll see how much this will dampen down. Now, just a side note, don't lay this right on top of any of your electronics or anything that need to breathe air. Just put this as a small divider, but make sure there's enough ample space, but you'll be surprised at how much this knocks down any sound. And there you go. I just gave you some awesome tips and tricks and even hacks of how to make your acoustic foam work better for you and your streaming environment. So thank you so much for Arrowzoom for reaching out to me so I can make this cool video. If you guys would like to learn anything more about Arrowzoom, I will put links in the descriptions below so that way you can check it out to see if it'll suit your needs. And while you're down there, do me a favor, leave a comment for me and let me know what type of product you would like me to review in the future so that way I can help you out all on your streaming adventures and content creations. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share it with all of your friends. And if you want to help me out, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram so that way you know when my videos go live for all of you out there. And if you want to show some extra support, you can even go on over to twitch.tv/wildforgames, hit that follow button, or if you want to support, hit that almighty subscribe button, or you can even do so in the YouTube join button down below and become a member to help this channel continue to grow to bring you high quality content. I will see you all in the next stream support video coming up real soon. Take care all. Peace.